In 2024, many dreams of starting fresh abroad turned into unexpected nightmares. From crime-ridden streets to cultural shock, find out why these 10 countries top the list of places people regret moving to. You won't believe which ones made the cut. Welcome to Watch the Globe, your go-to guide for uncovering the world's best-kept secrets. Let's dive in and discover the 10 countries you'll regret moving to in 2024. Number 4 will shock you. Number 10, Canada. Canada, often seen as the land of endless natural beauty and friendly locals, might be a surprising entry on this list. For many, the promise of universal healthcare, a high quality of life, and progressive values make Canada a dream destination. However, the reality of living in this northern giant can be less idyllic than expected. One of the biggest reasons people regret moving to Canada is the harsh winters. In cities like Winnipeg or Edmonton, temperatures can drop as low as 40 degrees Celsius, and long, dark winters can take a toll on mental health. Seasonal affective disorder, SAD, is a common issue, and many expats find the transition to these extreme weather conditions difficult. Additionally, the cost of living in Canada, particularly in major cities like Toronto and Vancouver, has skyrocketed. The average home price in Canada has reached nearly $850,000, making it one of the most expensive housing markets in the world. For newcomers, navigating this high cost of living, coupled with a competitive job market, can lead to financial strain and disappointment. In a 2024 survey, 40% of immigrants expressed regret over their decision to move to Canada, with many citing the high cost of living and the long, brutal winters as their primary reasons. Despite its appeal, the realities of adapting to life in Canada can leave many second-guessing their move. Number 9, United Kingdom. The United Kingdom, a country known for its rich history, diverse culture, and world-famous landmarks like Big Ben and Buckingham Palace, is a popular destination for expats. But beneath the surface, many find that life in the UK is not as glamorous as it might seem. One of the biggest complaints from expats is the weather. The UK is notorious for its gloomy, damp climate, with cities like London experiencing an average of 106 rainy days per year. The constant drizzle, coupled with long, dark winters, can lead to what some call weather fatigue. For those used to sunnier climates, the shift can be quite depressing. Another major concern is the rising cost of living. Inflation and increasing housing prices have made life in cities like London and Edinburgh quite expensive. According to recent reports, the average rent in London has surpassed £2,000 per month, with other essentials like groceries and utilities also rising in price. Lastly, while the UK's healthcare system, the NHS, is celebrated for being free at the point of use, many expats struggle to navigate it. Long waiting times for appointments, understaffed hospitals, and funding cuts can make the system frustrating for those who are used to faster service in private healthcare systems. A recent study showed that nearly 35% of expats in the UK expressed dissatisfaction with the weather, cost of living, and healthcare issues being their biggest complaints. What do you think is the biggest downside to living in the UK? Is it the weather, the cost of living, or something else? Share your thoughts below. Number 8, Brazil. Brazil, known for its colorful festivals, vibrant culture, and iconic beaches, often captures the imagination of travelers and expats alike. But the reality of living in Brazil can be far more complicated than its lively image suggests. One of the most pressing concerns for expats in Brazil is safety. Brazil has one of the highest crime rates in the world, with a homicide rate of 19.3 per 100,000 people in 2023. Cities like Rio de Janeiro and São Paulo, while stunning, are also notorious for violent crime, including theft, armed robbery, and gang violence. For many, the constant worry about safety overshadows the beauty of the country. Another challenge is the language barrier. While Portuguese is the official language, English is not widely spoken, especially outside major cities. This makes day-to-day activities, such as grocery shopping, navigating public transport, or dealing with bureaucracy, difficult for those who aren't fluent in Portuguese. A shocking 45% of expats in Brazil reported regret, largely due to these safety concerns and the challenges posed by the language barrier. Many who move to Brazil for its culture and lifestyle end up leaving because of the constant stress around safety and integration. Before we move on to number 7, I'd like to ask you for a small favor. If you like this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Imagine what we could accomplish if everyone subscribed. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. Number 7, France, the country of love, gourmet cuisine, and stunning architecture. From the Eiffel Tower to the lavender fields of Provence, France is a dream destination for many. But for those who take the plunge and move to France, the dream can sometimes turn into a nightmare. One of the biggest complaints from expats in France is the difficulty of integrating into French society. While Parisians may tolerate tourists, they are often seen as less warm toward newcomers who try to settle in permanently. Expats frequently report feelings of isolation, particularly when it comes to breaking into social circles. Another significant issue is the infamous French bureaucracy. Whether it's obtaining residency permits, setting up bank accounts, or dealing with taxes, expats find the French administrative system to be slow, confusing, and incredibly frustrating. Small issues can turn into long, drawn-out processes, causing a lot of stress. Additionally, the high cost of living, especially in cities like Paris, can be a shock. Rent for a modest apartment in Paris averages around €1,200 per month, not including utilities and other living expenses. Combine that with rising costs for food, transportation, and entertainment, and it's easy to see why some regret their move. According to a 2024 survey, around 30% of expats in France expressed regret, citing cultural isolation and the challenging bureaucracy as the main reasons. Number 6, China. China, with its rich history, booming economy, and fascinating culture, has been a top destination for those seeking new career opportunities. Yet, for many expats, adapting to life in China can be far more challenging than anticipated. One of the biggest hurdles is the cultural difference. China's work culture is known for being extremely demanding, with long hours and high expectations, particularly in major cities like Beijing and Shanghai. Many expats struggle to find a work-life balance, which can lead to burnout. Another significant issue is the language barrier. Mandarin is one of the most difficult languages to learn, and although some Chinese cities are becoming more foreigner-friendly, many day-to-day tasks like shopping or visiting the doctor can be difficult without language skills. Perhaps most concerning is the air quality. Major cities in China often experience severe pollution, with PM 2.5 levels frequently exceeding the World Health Organization's safe limits. In cities like Beijing, the smog days can last for weeks, causing health issues for both locals and expats alike. A substantial 50% of expats in China reported dissatisfaction, citing the demanding work culture, pollution, and social isolation as the main reasons they regret their move. Have you ever dreamed of living in China? What part of Chinese culture do you think would be the hardest to adjust to? Comment below. Number 5, Japan. Japan is a country that blends the ancient and the ultra-modern seamlessly. From towering skyscrapers in Tokyo to the serene temples of Kyoto, Japan offers a unique experience for those who visit or move there. But for many expats, adapting to life in Japan isn't as easy as it seems. One of the biggest challenges is the language barrier. Although English is taught in schools, very few Japanese people use it in daily life. Expats who don't speak Japanese often find themselves struggling to communicate, making tasks like shopping or visiting the doctor difficult. Another common issue is Japan's strict social norms. Japanese society is known for being highly structured, with a strong emphasis on politeness, respect, and hierarchy. For many expats, adjusting to these social expectations can be difficult, particularly in the workplace, where conformity and long hours are expected. Additionally, Japan's work culture is notoriously demanding. The concept of karoshi, or death from overwork, is a very real issue in Japan, and many expats struggle with the intense work hours and lack of work-life balance. In 2024, around 40% of expats in Japan expressed regret over their move, pointing to the strict social norms, language barriers, and demanding work culture as the primary reasons. Number 4. United States. The United States is often seen as the land of opportunity, where people from all over the world come to chase the American dream. But for many expats, life in the US isn't as easy or glamorous as it seems from the outside. One of the biggest challenges is the cost of living. In major cities like New York, San Francisco, and Los Angeles, the cost of housing, healthcare, and everyday essentials can be astronomical. Rent prices in New York City, for example, often exceed $3,000 per month for a small apartment. This high cost of living, combined with stagnant wages in some sectors, leaves many expats financially stretched. Another significant issue is healthcare. The U.S. healthcare system is complex, expensive, and, for many, difficult to navigate. Even with insurance, co-pays and deductibles can add up, and medical emergencies can lead to significant financial hardship. Additionally, issues like crime and racial tensions in certain areas add to the list of concerns. While some regions of the U.S. are safe and welcoming, others struggle with higher crime rates, leading to concerns for personal safety. A 2024 survey found that 35% of expats in the U.S. expressed regret over their move, with the high cost of living, complex healthcare system, and safety concerns being the top reasons. Number 3. Mexico. Mexico is often seen as a paradise for retirees, digital nomads, and expats seeking a warm climate and lower cost of living. With its beautiful beaches, vibrant culture, and welcoming people, it's no wonder so many are drawn to the country. However, for some, the reality of living in Mexico doesn't quite match the dream. One of the biggest issues expats face is safety. While many areas of Mexico are safe, the country does have a high crime rate, particularly related to drug cartels and organized crime. Kidnappings, theft, and violent crime are concerns in certain regions, and this constant worry can overshadow the beauty of the country. Another challenge is the corruption that can infiltrate daily life. Bribery, for example, is not uncommon when dealing with local authorities, making navigating the bureaucracy more difficult for expats. Despite Mexico's relatively low cost of living, these safety and corruption concerns have led to a staggering 50% of expats expressing regret over their decision to move. Many find that the risks outweigh the rewards, especially when it comes to personal safety. Number 2. Belarus. Belarus might not be the first country that comes to mind when considering a move abroad, but for some, it offers the promise of an affordable lifestyle and a less crowded environment. However, for many who have made the move, the reality is far from ideal. One of the primary reasons for regret is the political situation in Belarus. The country is under an authoritarian regime, and freedoms that people from more democratic nations take for granted, like freedom of speech or press, are severely restricted. This lack of political freedom can be stifling, especially for those who are used to more open societies. Another issue is the harsh climate. Belarus experiences long, cold winters with temperatures frequently dropping below freezing. For many expats, particularly those from warmer climates, adjusting to this bitter cold can be difficult. Language is another significant barrier. While Russian and Belarusian are the official languages, very few people speak English, making it challenging to navigate daily life or integrate into local communities. A 2024 survey found that 55% of expats in Belarus regretted their move, citing political repression, the harsh climate, and language barriers as the primary reasons. Number 1. Vietnam. Vietnam, with its lush landscapes, rich history, and affordable living, has become an increasingly popular destination for expats. However, despite its allure, many who move to Vietnam find themselves regretting the decision. One of the biggest challenges in Vietnam is the bureaucracy. Corruption is widespread, and expats often report frustration when dealing with visas, permits, and other administrative processes. Bribes and extra fees are not uncommon, and this can make even simple tasks feel overwhelming. Pollution is another significant concern, particularly in cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. Air quality can be poor, with smog and motorbike traffic contributing to high levels of pollution. For expats with respiratory issues, this can make day-to-day life difficult. Safety is also an issue, particularly when it comes to road traffic. Vietnam has a high rate of traffic accidents, and navigating the chaotic streets can be dangerous for newcomers. Add to this concerns about food safety and hygiene, and many expats find themselves regretting their move. In 2024, a staggering 60% of expats in Vietnam reported dissatisfaction, citing the country's corruption, pollution, and safety concerns as the main reasons for their regret. In 2024, many people discovered that the dream of living abroad isn't always what it's cracked up to be. From Canada's harsh winters to Vietnam's corruption, each of these countries offers unique challenges that have led many expats to regret their decision to move. Before making such a life-changing decision, it's crucial to consider all the factors that might impact your happiness abroad. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to Watch the Globe for more travel tips and hidden gems. Until next time, keep exploring and keep dreaming. See you in the next video.